In 1950, over an ordinary lunch, the physicist Enrico Fermi asked a simple question that has haunted science ever since. He looked at the numbers. Our galaxy holds hundreds of billions of stars, most of them older than our sun, surrounded by billions of worlds where life could take hold. Given enough time, the galaxy should be crowded with civilizations. It should be glowing with them. And so Fermi asked, where is everybody? Because when we look, we see nothing. No signals, no ships, no cities burning among the stars. Just silence. A silence so complete, so total, that it has become one of the most disturbing mysteries in all of science. We call it the Fermi Paradox, and every serious attempt to explain it leads somewhere unsettling. Tonight, we lift the veil on the great silence, and we ask the question no one truly wants answered. Not simply, are we alone, but why does it feel like we are? Let's begin with the gentlest answer. Maybe the silence is simply because they are rare. Perhaps life itself is a fluke, and intelligent life rarer still. Think of how many things had to go right for you to exist. A stable star, a planet at the right distance, a large moon to steady it. Billions of years of uninterrupted evolution, without a single catastrophe wiping the slate clean. Maybe each of these steps is a needle threaded against impossible odds. And we are simply the one throw of the dice that happened to land perfectly. If that is true, the silence is not frightening, it is just lonely. But there is a second answer that feels stranger. Maybe we are not alone in space, but alone in time. The universe is still young. Stars will keep forming for trillions of years to come. Perhaps the great age of galactic civilizations has not even begun yet, and we are among the very first to arrive. If so, then we are not the ones who came too late to the party. We are the ones who came too early. Sitting in an empty room, wondering why no one else is here yet. And now the answers begin to darken, because there is a possibility that hangs over all the others, an idea so heavy that scientists speak of it carefully. It is called the Great Filter. The Great Filter is the idea that somewhere along the long road from lifeless chemistry to a civilization that spreads among the stars, there is a barrier. A step so difficult, so deadly, that almost nothing makes it past. And here is the part that should make you pause. We do not know where the filter is. If the filter is behind us, if the near impossible step was the birth of life itself, or the leap to complex cells, then we may be one of the rare survivors, and the future is open. But if the filter is ahead of us, if something reliably destroys civilizations just as they reach for the stars, then the silence is not empty, it is a graveyard, and we are walking straight toward the same edge that swallowed everyone before us. There is a third possibility, and it may be the most chilling of all. What if they are out there, and they are deliberately staying silent? This is the idea of the dark forest. Imagine the universe not as an empty desert, but as a vast, dark forest at night. In that forest, every civilization is a hunter, moving quietly. If you do not know whether a stranger is friendly or deadly, the safest thing to do is to make no sound at all. Under this idea, the mature civilizations are not missing, they are hiding, silent, watchful, and afraid. And a young species like ours, broadcasting our location into the dark, shouting into the trees, may be making a very dangerous mistake. But maybe the truth is stranger than fear. Maybe they are here, and we simply cannot recognize them. We have been listening for radio waves, the technology of a single century of human history. To a civilization a million years ahead of us, radio might seem as primitive as smoke signals. Their messages might be woven into physics we don't yet understand. They might have shed their bodies entirely, or retreated into worlds of their own making. An ant walks across a highway with no concept of the cars, the engineers, the vast human world roaring around it. Perhaps we are the ant, surrounded by a conversation we cannot even perceive. And then there is the answer we least want to face. Maybe civilizations do not vanish because of predators, or filters, or distance. Maybe they vanish because of themselves. Every technology powerful enough to cross the stars is also powerful enough to end a world. The same knowledge that builds a starship can build a weapon that unmakes a planet. Perhaps intelligence, again and again, races ahead of wisdom, and every civilization eventually reaches a moment where it holds its own extinction in its hands. If that is the pattern, then the silence of the universe is the sound of everyone who came before, falling quiet, one by one. Sit with that for a moment, because every one of these answers points back at us. If life is rare, we are precious. If the filter is ahead, we are in danger. If the forest is dark, we are exposed. And if civilizations destroy themselves, then our own silence, one day, may join the rest. This is why the Fermi Paradox is not really a question about aliens, it is a mirror. When we ask why the sky is silent, we are really asking what happens to a species like ours. Once it grows powerful enough to reach the stars, or to end itself trying. We called the universe empty, but an empty sky and a haunted sky look exactly the same from here, and we still do not know which one we are living under. Some veils the universe lifts slowly, and this one, it holds shut with a strange and total silence. Perhaps that silence is loneliness. Perhaps it is a warning. Perhaps, one day, we will be the ones who finally break it, or the next to fall quiet. If you want to keep staring into that darkness with us, stay a little longer. Because next, we follow one of these threads to its end, into the idea of the great filter, and the single question that may decide whether our story has just begun, or is almost over. Until then, keep looking up, and listen closely to just how quiet it really is.